All right, ladies and gentlemen, the Rockets have won 5 straight, and they are currently winning games by an average of 19.2 points per game during this 5-game winning streak. So they currently have the best offense in the NBA, and they currently have the #1 net rating in the NBA. And I first started covering, or I should say making Houston Rocket videos at the end of 2020, so right after the COVID season. And James Harden, it started in like December or whatever, it was super wacky. James Harden dropped 44 points and 17 assists, if I'm not mistaken. Should have fact-checked that in that first game. Christian Wood also, I believe, dropped 30. And that didn't last too long because obviously James Harden got traded like a month later. I have not seen the Rockets play such good team basketball probably ever. You know, I understand some of the teams they're beating down: Brooklyn, Toronto, Boston, Dallas without AD, Memphis is not very good. I get it, the competition has not been the best and they lost the first 2 games of the season, but I have a very strong inclination that Houston will be the second best team by far in the NBA at the end of the season. And I guess actually technically OKC just won, so Houston could be one. But my point just is, I haven't seen this brand of Rockets basketball before. I mean, that's how good it is. And when you look at some of these advanced stats, they tell the story. They're first in so many different categories. And even just using 7 games as like a metric compared to last year, it's pretty staggering. So we're going to talk about Houston in this video, obviously. Welcome back to the channel. Hit that like button, hit that sub button as always. Usually do post-game rapid reactions, and I decided to let's just break out the long-form content with some clips from this season so far, and training camp and KD and all that fun stuff. So Houston threw 7 games this season versus last season. All right, Houston was 4-3 last year. They're 5-2. Their net rating was still a very good 6th in the NBA. Like we mentioned, they're first right now. Offensive rating, they were 13th. This year, they're first. Defensive rating, they were 11th. This year, they're 6th. True shooting percent, 30th last season to 6. Even without Freddie Double V, Rockford's finest, Houston's offense is scoring at will, and they're also shooting at will. The 3-point stats are, it's honestly, it's kind of hard to even fathom. I think Tari Eason's currently the leading 3-point shooter in the NBA. He's been on a tear, but the Rockets do lead the league in 3-point percentage at 42.7. Jabari Smith Jr. is taking over 5 a night. He's clicking at about 39.5%. Reed Shepard's also taking about 5 a night. He's clipping it at about 43%. Tari Eason, 56% on 5 attempts. KD, even though KD's not shooting the ball well in the last 2 games, Houston's still winning in blowout form. He's shooting 37.5% with about 5 attempts a night. And Josh Okogie, Raphael Stone, the Wizard, 52.2% from downtown. Last night he was on fire. And even Alperen Sengun's taking 3 threes a night. But the best part is he's shooting 43% from downtown. I want to pinpoint a couple of players just briefly. Jabari Smith Jr., we talked about this last night after the win against Memphis, and I've been tweeting about this. Follow the Twitter and the links in the description, by the way. Jabari's currently averaging 15 points, 5 rebounds, a little over a steal per game, and a block, 60.1% true shooting, 39.5% from downtown, like we said, 92% from the free throw line, and about a plus 12. All right, Jabari Smith Jr. defensively, the guy looks like he has taken a leap. Right, we talked about jumps and leaps this past offseason. Jabari Smith Jr. has taken it. And the statistics, I guess those rebounds are technically going to be lower than his career averages or even any season, but 15 points, it might not be a huge jump from what you've seen in his first couple of years in the NBA, but it's so efficient. I mean, it's obviously efficient with the 60% true shooting metric. I tweeted that he looks like KD on some of these like turnaround fadeaway J's, some of these spot up corner threes. Jabari's moving very well. His handles have improved, and his defense has very much improved. Alperen Sengun moving forward, he's currently tied with Nikola Jokic with the best plus-minus in the entire NBA. And what's scary about Alperen Sengun, even though he's shooting, or 58% true shooting, I feel like Sengun still hasn't even gotten it going on offense outside of maybe game 1 against OKC. 22.5 points per game, 10 rebounds, 7.5 assists, over a steal and a half, and about a block per game on 58% true shooting. He's got a plus 15 metric. Alperen Sengun's got a 7% MVP odd right now. He has not gotten it going offensively, and yet Houston's still blowing out teams. He's rebounding like crazy, 10 rebounds a night. He had like 16 yesterday against Memphis, and he is distributing it perfectly. So you look at that 7.5 assist number, him and Alperen Thompson, the offense is running through Sengun, and you're not able to double team KD. You're not able to double team Sengun. You're not able to do any of those double teams because even when teams try it, like last night, for example, against Memphis, they just double team KD every time he touched the basketball. They said, hey, we'll let other players from Houston beat us tonight. That's exactly what happened. Whether it's Tari Eason or Josh Okogie drilling a three, or they're cutting, or Amen's cutting to the basket, Jabari's making these threes, you can't double team KD, and people are going to realize that soon. Even stumbling across words. Haven't done these long form Rocket videos in a while. Let me know if you guys like the style of these, and we'll get plenty of more clips as the season progresses. Alperen Thompson. All right, we've been in Ja Morant trade talks recently. I hate it. I don't really like Ja Morant's body language. I don't really think they need any star. I think, like we said at the beginning of the video, give it 20 games and then you'll know if there's like a huge pressing issue. People thought Alperen Thompson being the point guard was going to be a huge pressing issue and that Houston was going to have to, like, even after game 1 and game 2, OKC lost, Detroit lost, people were up in shambles. People were calling trades. They were looking at the free agent block, calling for a veteran PG. Alperen Thompson, he only recently got the offense going in, like, I'd say the last 2 games. During this 5-game winning streak, he's putting up a little over 20 a game, 7.5 rebounds, 7 total assists, 1.5 steals, 57.5% true shooting, and plus 20.4 metric. Alperen Thompson, I was saying this yesterday, I don't want to sound like a broken record, but I still think it's crazy he fell to Houston at 4. People were saying yesterday, like, can't really fall if you're getting picked number 4. I mean, Brandon Miller, I get it. He was an intriguing prospect coming out of college. Scoot Henderson, intriguing prospect coming out of whatever the hell he came from, G League, Ignite, whatever the hell that thing is called. Does that even still exist? I'm serious. Does that still exist? And you just see, honestly, that kind of stumbled me a little bit. But my point is, Alperen Thompson should have been the 2nd draft pick. And the fact he's in Houston, you've got Sengun, now you've got Kevin Durant, Reed Shepherd, also huge shout out to Reed Shepherd. I feel like he is only getting better as every game goes on. That's it for tonight. I hope you enjoyed it. Just kind of talking off the dome here with some fun stats. So let me know if you enjoy it. We'll do plenty of these. Hit the like button, hit that sub button, and we'll see you soon. Peace.